opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is in. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist.
Okay, Coach, historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Green Bay Packers. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Go ahead, tackle.
They'll begin the drive with Carson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Prescott from the gun. Eluding the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's see what you got. Hey.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Now Brown operating from the gun. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36. Now a first down carry by Jones. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's Brown looking to throw on 2nd down. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Brown throwing again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And it'll be intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain an...
Oh, Prescott stripped! And the Packers pick it up. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defenses kind of can...
Touchdown, Packers! Mecole Hardman. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
On second down, it's Carson, and he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Tackled there by Alex Anzalone.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. On 3rd down, Carson, and he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Penny running right. The first-round pick, Jair Alexander, making the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Prescott. And Jennings has it. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Gary Jennings, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
These two teams all tied after 1. Back for the... Second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out. Operating from the gun, Brown. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
There for the tackle, Jacob Martin.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now this throw caught left side. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
I I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and it's third down.
Mike, 3. Mike, go. Stop your whining. Back. What? Go.
From the gun, Brown. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Brown now. From the gun, he'll throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It's second and goal, but now all the way back at the 14.
Offense 6 brings up second and goal at the 14-yard line.
Second and 14. This is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Dante Pettis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Mike, 53. Mike. Check that out.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Looking deep for Jennings. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. Jennings was the one he was looking for.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Throwing to start the drive. Brown. Man open. That's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
Watch QB drop. Shoot.
Now Brown operating from the gun. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Let's go. Let's bring it.
Here's Brown. Going to throw again. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it.
Let's go.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play. That's good for a Packers.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 19-yard
He got to get me.
line.
Go. Me. I got motion, man. Me. I got this.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him a couple on the catch. It's second and 8.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, Boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
He may try and run for this. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Operating from the gun, Brown. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point safely through, and it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. A beautiful fake, and he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Jennings was the one he was looking for, but it'll be second down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
On second down, Prescott again. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. The Seahawks on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Prescott. Left side complete to Lockett. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 42. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They'll run on first down. It's Carson.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 41, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. On third down, it's Prescott. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 21-17. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now this time he'll look to throw. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now it's Lockett. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Check it. Go right in.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Darren Lee in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the second time. On the return is Pettis. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Brown from the gun on 3rd down. Jones hit and the ball's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And now look at him go. And they bring this one back. It's a recovery and a Seattle touchdown. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
Let's go. Hey, come on. 3. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning the third.
Following the fumble recovery, Brown. And Davis has it over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Brown now on 1st and 10. That's caught left side by Hardman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Seahawks 19-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brown toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The former 1st-round pick, Vernon Hargraves, the one who was there defensively. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Brown from the gun, he'll throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Aaron Donald, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And this one is right down the middle. and that'll make this a 7-point game. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They run again with Carson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Prescott on 3rd and 2. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Back now at Lambeau. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. A good pickup there, 21 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Seattle. 42 yards. Now that's 2 big catches that he's had on this drive alone.
And I can hear it right now. If they give up a third to him, whoever does that, go stand on the other sideline. You're persona non grata on our team at that point.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darren Lee, his 2nd sack of the night.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Gary Jennings, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with an extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The intended receiver was Trevor Davis. Third down here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Brown, operating from the gun. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's a first down throw. It's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. On 1st and 10, Brown. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Brown to throw again. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. From the gun, Brown. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Seattle. 54 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. First down, Prescott. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Prescott. This is caught, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Gary Jennings, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
The Packers take over 1st and 10.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. Check 52.
Boy, the run on 1st down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
Been a long day for you.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Brown now to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for Green Bay. And even 40 yards. They come out here in the eye. This offense once trailed by 2 touchdowns. Now they've got a chance to take the lead. First, and he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat-and-mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is good.